How wonderful was it to have everybody stand on their feet and remember how you've impacted this franchise?
It was certainly emotional. My wife and I had talked about it last night and today. Cleveland and Ohio and this organization will always mean a lot to me. I'll always come back. I'm really happy for those guys down there. Outside of tonight, I thought we fought hard and gave ourselves a chance, but just a lot of love for so many people here, all the way from the training staff to the players to the organization, front office, ownership, fans. Locker room attendants, ball boys, ball girls, all the security guards, people that work. The garage here, just so much love for so many. That'll just keep me coming back. I just can't say enough good things about, overall the fans here, but the people here as well.
There's a reality of time, but does it feel like it's been almost 10 years?
No. No, it really hasn't. In some ways, I still feel very young, and then in other ways, I look in the mirror and think, where'd the time go? So 17 years in, spent 8.5 great years in Cleveland. My number will, because I've been told, eventually go up there next to Nick Gilbert. So, it's an exciting time. It's good to finally be back after over 2 years now. We only played here once this season. I felt like we've played them maybe 5, 6, 7 times at home now since, I took the buyout and came here. So it's been a while, long overdue.
You know what it takes for a team to coalesce. You saw that in 23 after you came here. But wins are also important. Spo was just saying he still feels this forward progress even with some of these losses. Do you sense that, and what's the sense in the locker room?
Tonight was a great example. Obviously, Cleveland was on the second night of a back-to-back, and, they stood to, etch themselves into the playoff mix tonight with just one win, which they were able to do. But we did a lot of things well, even with so many people out. Tyler last minute today not feeling great and really sick, wasn't able to play, but we had other guys step up throughout our entire lineup. So we gave ourselves a chance in the end, but again, that's a great team down there. There's a reason they're the best team in the league.
One more thing about the honor tonight, just the experience of watching yourself being honored on a video board, standing ovation, your teammates applauding. What's that like to experience?
It's a first. I had I can't say I wanted it. And we talk about it, Barry, I found myself kind of fading to the background a bit and just trying to build up my teammates and praise them. But it does feel good to be acknowledged by a place where we won and we did a lot of special things together as a group. So I think I can take a lot of happiness away from this situation knowing that. So it's fun to look up there. I saw RJ, who I didn't know was calling the game beforehand, Richard Jefferson. Obviously, you see Tristan. I see a lot of familiar faces, old faces. So I think all that made it, I guess, not worth it is the right thing to say, but definitely, has a warm spot, a big spot in my heart.
People relive 2016 in Game 7 here all the time. How often do you think about it?
All the time. I have a group chat that I speak to every single day. That's, you say the word brotherhood. You win together. That's what it creates, especially in the fashion that we did it and against a team that was, really a dynasty and coming back from 3-1 and what it meant to this city after 52 years and not having a major sports championship. It's tough to put into words what that means to all of us. And we're coming up on 10 years now, which is crazy to think. That's incredibly meaningful. Something I think about, every single day.
Kyle, the balance between the progress that you guys are making and the pain of some of these tough losses has got to be challenging. What's the mood and vibe of the room right now?
It's just only up from here. Things got to come together for us. I think we're doing all the right things. We're putting the work in. We believe in ourselves. So we're going to turn that corner.
Repetitively, Coach has been super complimentary of your basketball mind and your ability to adapt so quickly into all of this. How has it, one, been to hear that, and then two, the process of getting to a position where you understand what's trying to be accomplished, particularly on the defensive end?
Yeah, just trying to keep working at it. Sometimes it takes a little effort off the court to just sit back and watch these other guys do the good job that they do and try to emulate them and then put my spin on it. But it's been a lot trying to learn everything, but I think it's coming together.
Coach is saying pretty much every game he could see more familiarity for you with the system and what to do. He said you came in, didn't play a lot of the zones, let alone zone as a center. I didn't play a lot of center also. I mean, are you sort of feeling that there are game-by-game gains by you, that by the time we get to the end of this and some sort of postseason, you'll be fully comfortable and integrated?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable now. I think I had made a few mistakes in the Atlanta game on the zone, and I learned from that the second one time we played them. And I think I'm pretty comfortable in, the 3 positions that I'm expected to know.
And playing 5, obviously you've played multiple positions before. Just comfort level with being used at 5 some in this defense?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when guys are active, they make that 5 spot a lot easier. And, it's fun out there when, all 5 of us are active, getting deflections, steals, creating easy offense.
At first look, particularly the high angle I'm looking at, I couldn't even estimate that your foot was even close, let alone, dancing right on it. When you look down, did you have any idea?
No, I don't know. I obviously didn't think I stepped out in the moment. I was kind of incredulous just because I didn't think I was that close to the sideline. But I watched the film. It's still kind of hard to tell, but he obviously saw something in the moment.
On a night where you guys are battling like this, another night where you're battling like this, Spo, reminds us how good things are moving in the right direction. How much can you hold on to that when you guys are out here battling? You're getting more wins than you've been getting, but it's still these gut punch losses.
Yeah, progress is sometimes painful. This has been a painful process for sure. Being in all these games, being right there. It's just a matter of getting over the hump. I mean, we're doing some really good things. There's no moral victories with this group. We have high standards for each other, so it's just going to be about just getting over the hump, trying to figure out a way.
Erik, I know there's no moral victories in a playoff race, but the fight for a team to show with the personnel you had against an opponent of that level, just your thoughts on sort of the overall perspective.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of emotions going on, right now. Obviously, 12 minutes after the game. But I've been saying this for a while. There's a lot more good things happening than not. And this is not just tonight. This is not a matter of, guys being out. And no, this has been our existence, for 3 weeks. We're trying to put together something very quickly. And the guys have been great about getting to an identity and trying to get to a continuity, a game that can be more consistent. We're putting ourselves in position more consistently. It's just the pain's got to hurt enough, to get us over the top. It could have been one play anywhere during the course of the game, that can be a deciding factor. And that includes myself. And if each one of us make one more play, then the outcome could be different. But even as emotional, as competitors as we are, and even myself, right now I can see, that there's a standard, that's being created. We have competitive guys in the locker room, and there's good things happening. We just have to stay the course, through all this, frustration and overcome it and have a breakthrough.
The Duncan play, you got what you wanted. Just how frustrating stepping out of bounds on that.
Yeah, but I didn't see a replay. I was hoping that it was the Max Strus, something like that. It's tough to get a clean look, at the end, as you know. And if you do get one, and he makes it, of course, that's it's a gut punch.
What can you say about Dan, the way he's played the last several weeks, the way he played tonight?
Yeah, he's been a monster for us, and he's doing it all across the board. His leadership, his voice, he's playing big minutes. He's doing it on both ends. He's scoring for us. He's facilitating. He's handling. He's organizing our offense, and then he's end of offense for us. But I do enjoy seeing his growth as a leader. Leadership is influence, and he's influencing this locker room. When we talk about what we're trying to do, which is it's difficult to put together something in a short period of time. And we've had moving parts. You need strong leadership, and Bam is providing that. And he feels the same, pain that we feel, but he also feels the same optimism that we just stay the course on this. We're going to start getting the outcomes that we want.
Kyle's contribution, all the little things added up to a big box score, played as a closer, played as backup center.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts with so many guys out, how he
Yeah.
filled in for so many guys.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even see what his stat line is, but I just know he makes winning basketball. And each day that he's with us, he's getting more comfortable. He's extremely smart, a high IQ guy. So he's been able to pick up our multiple defensive schemes at different positions. Tonight, it was really important, the backline rebounding that he was able to provide. And then, he just creates something out of nothing, on the other end. And we needed that, without Tyler, without Wiggs, the other guys, it was pretty obvious where we were going with the ball. Either Bam or some kind of trigger with Duncan. And so we needed those random plays that Kyle was able to provide. Just put the ball on the floor, find a cutter, even find his way into, a basket. All of those things he's built a career on, and it's just, seeing the play before it happens.
Last time you had a 4-game homestand, went 3-1. Now you have a 5-game homestand. How important is it to keep that momentum up at home?
Yeah, if we can just compartmentalize, and I even mentioned it to the guys, who cares how we got to this point? We thought we'd be at a different point at the beginning, coming out of training camp. But you got to love just the competitive nature of what's going on right now. You absolutely have to just enjoy showing up at these arenas. And now we get to go home. We're facing a team that's basically, probably feels the exact same way as us. They probably felt they would be in a different spot. Coming out of training camp, we feel the same way, and we're both in the same spot. And it's going to be a competitive battle. There's no hiding, in this game on Friday night. And if you can just compartmentalize that for one night and leave some of these losses behind, it's an amazing opportunity, to compete for it. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Erik.